The room was silent, except for the rasp of Itsuki's own breath. Blood still crusted the corner of his mouth. His hand shook as he fumbled in his shirt pocket and pulled out the one scrap of paper he had tucked away earlier, a fragile lifeline. He set it aside and reached for another sheet from the pile Yamashita had dumped at his feet. He held it up, stared at the blank expanse. Just focus, he told himself, the way you did it before. His fingers trembled as he tore the paper. For a moment, nothing happened. Then his gaze snagged on something unnatural. A black string lay across the floor, coiled loosely like a snake at rest. He hadn't noticed it before. Now it seems to pulse faintly, as if it were breathing. The tear widened in the air before him. Space shattered. Reality split open like cloth, unraveling thread by thread. Itsuki staggered forward, clutching his pocket, scrapped tight, and fell through the rift. He landed hard on something that wasn't solid ground. It flexed and quivered beneath his weight, like walking on the web of some colossal spider. He looked down and froze. Strings, endless strings. They wove the world around him, stretching in every direction, glistening in shades of gold, black, and silver. Each thread vibrated with a sick, parasitic life. They weren't just holding this universe together, they were feeding. A scream ripped through him, not his own, but someone else's. It wasn't in his ears, it was in his mind, echoing along the strings that borrowed invisibility into his skin. The anguish of strangers bled into him. Fear, grief, hunger, desperation. Every being in this realm was lashed into the same lattice, suffering together. Itsuki stumbled, clutching his head. Every step was torment, the threads resisting him, biting into his soles like knives. No, I can't stay here. His voice shook. He fumbled for his pen and the paper in his pocket. If he could just draw the door again, maybe. He quickly sketched a crude doorway. His lines jogged from trembling, but before he could finish, snap! A black thread shot out like a whip, snatched the paper from his fingers, and slithered away into the lattice. No! Itsuki shouted, lunging after it. The web beneath him shivered violently. More strings rose up, wrapping around his wrists, ankles, throat. He kicked and clawed, but for every strand he tore away, two more lashed around him. His lungs burned, couldn't move, couldn't breathe. Then something pulled them off. A blur of scarlets sliced through the shreds, severing them. A red string. It darted and twisted with unnatural speed, knocking the black parasite's back, shielding Itsuki. Panting, he slumped into a coil of golden threads. The red one circled him, twitching. Itsuki blinked. Are you helping me? The red thread stilled, then bobbed up and down, almost like a note. He let out a shaky laugh, hysteria bubbling in his chest. You are acting like a dog. The thread swished again, then padded in a circle on 4 notes. Mimicking legs, Itsuki's throat tightened. You are a dog, aren't you? The thread bent slightly. As though bowing, he exhaled. Then fetch, please. Go get my paper. Pointed into the labyrinth where the teeth thread had vanished. The red string quivered, then bolted away, his body flexing like a leash, snapping free. Itsuki waited. Minutes stretched. The endless hum of the lattice pressed on him, heavy with screams that weren't his own. He was on the edge of breaking when movement caught his eyes. The red string came racing back, dragging the cramped paper in its coils. Itsuki nearly sobbed. He snatched the paper, his hand shaking. Good boy, he whispered, patting the thread gently. Quivered under his touch, almost wagging. Buchi, that's your name, Buchi. He stared at the crude door again, this time focusing only one thought. Home. Tore the paper. The lattice split open. Light flooded in. Itsuki stumbled through, clutching Buchi close. The golden strings snapped away, and the screams silenced, crashed into a familiar wooden floor. his living room. His chest heaved with relief. "Anna, Natsumi," called, voice breaking silence. The toys laid scattered where his daughters had been playing. The air was cold, empty. He was home, but his family was gone.